The average person believes becoming a millionaire is about getting a massive raise or hitting the lottery, but a global study of over 6,000 wealthy individuals reveals a much more calculated reality. 65% of self-made millionaires didn't get rich from one big paycheck. They did it by building exactly 3 streams of income, but it doesn't stop there. 45% of them managed to scale to 4 streams, and the top 30% have 5 or more ways they get paid every single month. The most shocking part? Most of them started with a regular 9-to-5 job, just like yours. The secret isn't just working harder. It's about a fundamental shift in how you view money, debt, and time. Today, we are deconstructing the blueprint of the self-made elite to show you exactly how they turn ordinary paychecks into unstoppable wealth engines. How do they do it? And more importantly, how can you start doing the same thing today? The income tier system. To understand how the wealthy operate, you have to realize that not all income is created equal. Most people spend their entire lives trapped in the first tier. Earned income. This is the classic trading time for money model. Your salary, your hourly wage, or your consulting fees. The problem is simple. If you stop working, the money stops beyond that. Earned income is typically taxed at the highest rates of any category, making it the slowest way to build a fortune. Millionaires view earned income merely as the fuel for their other engines. Their goal is a transition into passive income and investment income. Passive income is money earned without day-to-day involvement, like rental properties, royalties, or digital products. Investment income is where your money literally works for you in the financial markets, through dividends, interest, and capital gains. High net worth families focus on a written plan to move from working for money to having their money work for them. They recognize that depending on a single stream of income is the ultimate financial risk in a world of job losses and economic disruptions. The first pillar, the dividend engine. One of the most consistent streams showing up in millionaire tax returns is the dividend engine. But wealthy investors don't just buy any stock, they focus on dividend growers. A 50-year study shows that companies that consistently increase their dividends generate higher returns with lower volatility than companies that just pay a flat dividend or no dividend at all. These are quality companies with disciplined cash flow and a massive focus on shareholders. Millionaires use these stocks to create a profit-on-profit effect, known as compounding. By reinvesting these dividends back into the market, they aren't just saving. They are building a machine that grows exponentially over time. While passive, rules-based index funds are popular, elite investors often look for active management to find companies that a computer might miss. For example, when TJX companies paused their dividend during the 2020 lockdowns, many passive funds automatically sold the stock. Active managers, however, realized the company's long-term fundamentals were still intact and held on, capturing the massive recovery that followed. This is the difference. The wealthy don't just follow a checklist. They use research to identify durable growth. They see dividends as a reliable, battle-tested stream that scales without any extra effort from them. The second pillar, real estate and REITs. If dividends are the engine, real estate is the fortress. Over 90% of millionaires invest in real estate because it offers a triple threat: monthly rental income, property appreciation, and massive tax advantages. But there's a revelation here that most people miss. You don't have to be a landlord to own a piece of the city. This is where real estate investment trusts, or REITs, come in. Established by Congress in 1960, REITs allow you to earn a share of the income from large-scale commercial properties, like shopping malls, office buildings, and warehouses, without ever having to buy a building yourself. By law, REITs must distribute at least 90% of their taxable income to shareholders every year. This makes them a powerful tool for generating steady cash flow with minimal tax exposure. At the corporate level, millionaires often hold these REITs inside tax-deferred accounts to maximize their long-term gains. For those who want to go deeper, the wealthy use leverage to buy physical property. They use a small amount of their own money as a down payment and borrow the rest, letting the tenants pay off the mortgage while they keep the appreciation and the tax write-offs. They don't chase speculative flips. They focus on long-term holds that produce consistent monthly cash flow. The third pillar, the business machine. There is no faster way to build self-made wealth than owning a profitable small business. Statistically, about half of the world's millionaires own their own businesses, but they don't necessarily quit their day jobs to do it. They start side hustles that solve real problems, which then evolve into independent income streams. Think about a blogger who doesn't just get paid for content. They stack income streams within that one business. They sell digital courses, they self-publish books on Amazon, and they earn commissions through affiliate marketing. This is creating systems, not just selling items. Digital products are particularly attractive because they have zero inventory costs. You create a course or an ebook once and sell it forever, creating a scalable stream with minimal maintenance. Others lean into high-value consulting or coaching, where they charge premium rates for their specialized expertise. In this world, results matter more than hours, and the margins are incredibly high because there is almost no overhead. Millionaires master one business, then stack another, and another, until the income becomes unstoppable. The good debt secret here is where the divergence in philosophy becomes truly clear. Most people are taught to fear debt and pay it off as fast as possible, but the wealthy view debt as a strategic tool for growth. They distinguish between bad debt, high-interest loans for lifestyle purchases like luxury cars or vacations, and good debt. Good debt is used to acquire income-producing assets that return more than the cost of the borrowing. This is called interest rate arbitrage. Imagine borrowing money at 5% interest to invest in a business or property that yields 10%. You've just accelerated your wealth building using someone else's capital while keeping your own money in play. Some use the perpetual wealth strategy, utilizing high cash value whole life insurance policies. They build up cash value and then take out policy loans against it to fund new investments. Because it's a loan from the insurance company using the policy as collateral, their original money continues to grow and compound inside the policy as if they never touched it. They have created a private source of capital that they control. With no credit checks and flexible repayment terms, they aren't trying to be debt-free. They are trying to be financially free by making every dollar work as hard as possible. The alternative edge: investing like the elite while the average investor sticks to public stocks and bonds. Ultra-high net worth families are moving away from traditional models. In fact, the 2024 Family Office Report found that wealthy families allocate nearly 46% of their assets to alternatives. Their largest allocation? Private equity. Private equity gives them exposure to private companies that aren't subject to the daily emotional swings of the stock market. It allows them to take an active role in value creation over several years, often leading to significantly higher returns than public markets. They also use tax-efficient strategies that are often ignored by the public. They invest in municipal bonds, which provide interest that is free from federal, and sometimes state, taxes. They utilize opportunity zones, a tax incentive program that allows them to reinvest capital gains into economically distressed areas. By doing this, they can defer their current taxes and potentially exclude all new gains if they hold the investment for 10 years. This isn't about beating the market in the short term. It's about long-term positioning and protecting capital across generations. They use governance structures, like family constitutions and succession planning, to ensure that the wealth they build stays in the family for decades to come. Why it matters: building your resilience. So, why does all of this matter to you? Because the world is changing faster than ever, and depending on a single paycheck is no longer a safe bet. Job loss, industry disruptions, and economic downturns can wipe out a single-stream lifestyle overnight. Creating multiple streams isn't just a strategy for building wealth. It's a strategy for building resilience. Each new stream you add provides a buffer against the unknown. It gives you the flexibility to explore new passions, the power to retire early, and the security to know your family is protected. The wealthy understand that financial literacy is the foundation of everything. They don't wait for the perfect timing. They build systems that keep paying, regardless of what the economy does. They start small, maybe with one property or one side business, and reinvest the profits to create a compounding effect that accelerates over time. So the real story isn't just about having more money in the bank. It's about how millionaires build multiple, diversified systems that decouple their income from their time. They move from being employees to being investors and owners, using leverage and tax strategy to amplify their results. They understand that wealth isn't a destination. It's a repeatable cycle of earning, investing, and growing. And as this story continues to unfold, one question remains: which income stream are you going to start building today? What happens next?